The People First podcast is a show presented by people with learning disabilities for our friends and community. We talk about issues that are important to us and interview interesting people to find out the information. This is our way to make a difference and have our voices heard.
Hello and welcome to the People First podcast, as it is World Cerebral Palsy Day on Sunday, 6th of October. We decided to do a podcast featuring some of our office team who have cerebral palsy themselves. We want to give you information but also talk about our lived experiences.
Cerebral palsy is a group of disorders which affect how you move, balance, and mobility. Sleeping is the most common motor disorder in childhood, affecting 3 and every 1,000 white birds. The brain doesn't quite signal to muscle shift the damage or abnormal development.
What is cerebral palsy? Are there different types?
Attentive cerebral palsy. People with attentive cerebral palsy have problems with balance and coordination. They might be unsteady when they walk. They might have a hard time with quick movement or movement that need a lot of control, like writing. They might have a hard time controlling their hands or arms when they reach for something.
Mixed multiple palsy. Some people have symptoms of more than one type of cerebral palsy. It is important to remember that everyone's their own symptoms different for different type of people. Is everyone their own innate experiences?
That danger, that primitive muscle stiffness is mainly in the head, with the arms less affected or not affected at all. People might have difficulty walking because tight hip and leg muscles pull their legs together, turn inward and thrust at the knees.
Have a particular basis. This type of cerebral palsy affects only one side of your body, usually the arm, more affected the leg.
Quadriplegia, quadriparesis. This is the most severe form of cerebral palsy and affects all 4 limbs, trunk, control, and the face. People usually cannot walk and often have other developmental disabilities, such as a learning disability, seizures, or problems with vision, hearing, or speech. Dyskinetic cerebral palsy. People may have problems controlling the movement of their hands, arms, feet, and legs, making it difficult to sit and walk. The movements are uncontrollable and can be slow, rapid, or jerky. Sometimes the face and tongue are affected, and the person has a hard time swallowing or talking. A person with dyskinetic cerebral palsy can have a muscle tone that can change day to day or even during a single day.
How does it feel have cerebral palsy?
Well, it's tricky really, because you're sort of like born with it and it's different for each person. So for me, really affects my mobility, but different for everyone.
Like me, it affects one side of my body, my right side. It affects how I speak or talk to people.
And I also feel more movement in my head and everything. I'm my jaw. I'm feel better, less hard and everything like that.
How does cerebral palsy affect your life?
Depends really. So, for example, started at mainstream school, but then it's tricky to sort of like, well, it just varies person to person. So some people with cerebral palsy, as an example, might get a full-time job, but then others might do part-time or work, say, for example, at People First, like me, Graeme and Alex, and Catlin as well.
I think it affects me differently, but it affects my life, because of the way I walk about them. I'm into town and everything like that. I think it's difficult doing that because it didn't get me around, but about months ago. You see what I mean? Yeah.
What do you think, Alex?
I say it affects me like different seasons. Like it affects me more at winter time compared to summer time. Like in winter time, your muscles tighten up. You make it more awkward to walk up. Compared to summertime, it's nice and warm. You relax.
Yeah, I'd say, well, yeah, I'd maybe say the same a bit in a way. I don't know. What about you, Graeme?
I bet the weather does affect me. I think it's because it's the cold weather that through the bones and everything like that, and it makes me shiver. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It affects how you walk. It affects your balance. Like I like trouble walking in winter time, but now in temperature, I got to do it. you feel uneven while you walking, it affects your balance or your safety or security of yourself.
Speaking of the ice and that, well, I'm in a wheelchair anyway, and much same as like what you were saying. Sometimes if it's ice in that, sometimes my chair literally just, well, starts skidding on the ice. Literally. Yeah, I know you can imagine that, Shannon. It does look a bit...
I say you can do the burnout
Yeah.
on ice.
Does look a bit crazy sometimes.
You get your winter tyres on, Tom.
Yeah. I wonder if they do them, actually. Might have to look into it.
Does cerebral palsy stop you from having a normal life? Yes or no?
Well, not really, because you can just sort of like... For me, I can just sort of like look at stuff and work a way around it. So, one example, I were out on a bike ride and we stopped off at this hotel and we'd got in and my PA just looked and he said, "We're going to struggle here." And I went in and I looked and I was like, so we'd been on this bike ride and we'd stopped over and my PA went in and said, "Oh, I think we're going to have a problem." And I went in, had a look, and I was like, "No, not going to be a problem at all." And they were like, "What?" And I said, "No, it's going to be easy." Sorted problem within about, I don't know, 20 seconds. So you just sort of like get used to overcoming problems, really. We went in and the room itself wasn't adapted and it was just a basic, it was just one of those basic shower trays. And I said, I just basically just got the shower stuff in, just went in, just showered on the floor basically. Compared to where my stuff at home's all adapted. So sometimes you've just got to make the best of a bad situation.
But, yeah, we talked about and everything like that. It didn't do what I wanted to do sometimes. And it's so frustrating because I had that around, I had that around and stuff like that. But you have to overcome it sometimes, don't you? Yeah.
Me a bit different in that, in one sense. Like, I live by myself. Like, I do most things myself, but some things I need help with. Like cooking, like making the bed, things like that. But that more minor stuff compared to other things. You can't do your more things like go out for meals with people first, with events like bowling, things like that, like walking to the park, things like that. It depends on the situation if it's suitable for you to go to events. Apart from that, everything is good.
So when I was sat here a minute ago, I was thinking, it wouldn't stop, like, you guys coming together and, like, you're good on computers, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're good in different ways, what you put your mind to, really. So, you should be, like, taking that not for granted, but you should be taking that as a good thing.
I started in Pinborough in 2006, and I went myself up to being a borough, and then I went from there up to international level. Then I started, I was only 16 points away from winning those at the World Olympic Games. And that was the highlight of my life about for me. It put Cerebral Palsy on the world map.
Like you were saying as well with the bowling, I've done like the 200-mile bike ride on one of the hand bikes. So, there's all sorts you can do, really.
How is cerebral palsy different from other conditions such as learning disabilities or epilepsy?
Well, cerebral palsy mainly sort of like affects movement and speech, I'd say. I don't know. What do you two think?
I think it affects your legs more when you, I'm very dressy. I'm very tired and all. I've been tired from into it all. Yeah. That's why I was better at night to rest today.
Like your normal everyday things, like getting dressed and getting yourself ready for getting ready to go to work or events. Sometimes you need, like, the help to get to A to B.
Yeah, booking taxis, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Like, some people got disabled cars and they're able to drive there, but some people got carers to help them to take them to A to B.
You can have tablet for it and all at the time and all, but I don't need tablet for it. I just tired and normal me for that.
I got medication for excess saliva. That more patches for excess saliva.
I was just a pain at night. I was rested in bed at one time. Mum feel a bit lethargy in the morning. So stop touching it. And about 8 years old. And now I feel better for it.
No, I don't take alt for it, so...
What support might someone with cerebral palsy need?
It affects it different for different type of people. Like with me, I need help for shopping. To go shopping and get it from my shopping place to my house. And help me to cook food.
And I've got my own flat now. So I had my own shopping and that and things like that. And I had the shopping with support worker every Wednesday. Yeah.
What might you need?
Well, depends by what you mean by support. If you mean like equipment, you can get loads of stuff for people with cerebral palsy. You can get like, you'll have probably seen them, Graeme, them sort of like kettles that's on the sort of like hinge thing that you can tilt.
You can get like coffee makers,
Yeah. You can get all sorts.
pods type things.
You put a hook on the water down into the hand, yeah. Oh, but this idea, I recommend them to anybody, yeah.
But just varies person to person, really, for what support you need.
Do you have any stories where your disability has made things difficult for you?
I've got one bad story I want to tell you about, right? I went to the park and I found the water. So what happened was, put me at water, because I didn't drown. Because I walked through, one day I water, giving toes and all that, and stuff like that. And I panicked a bit, which is on that too, that way in here.
Might sound as if like I'm sacked from a job here, but I went on this course at Airedale, and right from word go, we'd said, oh, I need support for doing all manual filing stuff, but I'd be fine doing the computer stuff. And basically they were like, oh no, be fine on it. And to be fair, I think it was the first time they'd actually had someone with disabilities on the course. So I think it was more of a trial run for them. So it got to basically the half-term meeting, and the woman in charge of the department, they said, oh, what do you think you've improved on? Well, before I'd even finished what I was going to say, she was like, 5-minute job that takes you half an hour. And I'm like, blooming heck. So, cut a long story short, by Christmas they decided, oh, the course were too much for me. And at the time I was like, oh, bit of a bummer. But within a few months I thought, well, just as well I finished it, because it were 30-hour week plus homework on top. So you were looking at a good 35 hours. So from there I was just looking for other stuff that'd be more appropriate, really. Basically it was just not enough reasonable adjustments that they didn't do.
Pointing, yeah. What about you, Alex?
I'm more like 1 week by now. Alright, some people might not understand what you're saying. That make it more awkward and put you on the spot sometimes. Bit of the minefield. Like, if you're trying to say the sentence and they don't understand what you're saying, that's a bit of the minefield. Sometimes, but you got to
That must be annoying.
try to find different methods or different ways to come around it.
What things help you when you face problems?
But I have a ball that upper muscle. It gives me confidence to get around.
Not really. Because, like I was saying earlier, just sort of like work away around it.
Persistence.
Yeah, basically.
More or less the same, but many more think about different methods or different ways, like sign language or find a photo on Google or something similar. What I'm trying to say.
Do you have any advice for any other people with cerebral palsy?
Well, my advice really, don't let it hold you back. Because, well, I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie, so I've been rock climbing, abseiling, canoeing, quad biking, skydiving. So, just don't let it hold you back, really. DJing, yeah. So, all sorts.
Don't have faith in yourself. With me, like, I make music for the radio, fixing computers, editing, and things like that. Don't have faith in yourself. If you hear any tourism, don't listen to us, and we'll be there for you.
And it doesn't mean you have to stop what you're doing either. Like, if people look at you a different way, just take it on the chin.
To be confident and be communicative and not to be negative about things. Yeah.
Make you thinking about like I say, look what jobs we're doing at this moment. If we can do this, you can do something similar.
Yeah.
Have faith in yourself.
I'd also say and all, if you're struggling, just don't be afraid to ask for support.
What is a cerebral palsy? Are you the different types?
Maybe affect the body movement when and can get the amended type of cerebral palsy.
How does it feel to have cerebral palsy?
It can be very frustrating. My grip doesn't quite work, and I have involuntary movement that tend to hit someone from that.
How does cerebral palsy affect your life?
And 24 1 hour one step I use a wheelchair and moving and handle equipment.
How is cerebral
Palsy.
palsy
Sorry.
disability
Different.
from other
Conditions.
conditions such
Such.
as a
learning trait, disabilities.
Narcissism affects all of the limbs of everything in the wheelchair. I've always needed personal care and achieve a growth for independence as a man who will share. But I got that there's a relationship with our world's second by so.
What support might someone with cerebral palsy need?
I need a drive, a feeder, personal care, and then the put in the family. Going until I needed extra times for assignment and exam because I have someone that write for me.
Do you have any so aware your disability has made things difficult for you?
If I want this to go out on the from I would need someone that has me free away from home and then care the face me and that impact on the house.
What things help you when you face problems?
I'm very little things with like every mouth or nose that with hands and fingers. I adapt well to new challenges and try our new technologies to help me right now with God and power share.
What advice do you have before someone else with GP or CP?
If you're a parent with good very people have seen try your best and try on the things you can do and get care for things that you
That is all the time we have today. Thank you for joining us for our episode World Cerebral Palsy Day. We hope you learn something, can take something away from hearing about our barriers. See you in the next episode.
Remember to comment, like, and share on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find us by searching for People First Podcast. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.